Hello guys, I have a bit of a different style of video that I'm going to do today. I want to show you how you can use social media in a mindful way. I'm going to scroll through my Twitter feed and I'm going to describe how you can use social media in a very mindful way, in a way where you don't waste your time looking at things that don't help you, and in a way where you don't get angry or have your emotions riled by nonsense, basically. So, the first thing I want to do is I want to start slowing down the way that I'm using the site. I'm not going to scroll rapidly. I'm not going to click things without thinking. I'm going to be mindful of everything that I do because I want to use Twitter. I don't want Twitter to use me. So if we scroll down here, I see that we have a video here about anti-abortion protesters in the US. I suspect that if I watch this clip, it's going to be something dramatic, two people who are in a fight right now about a controversial issue, abortion. And I know that probably my emotions are going to get riled up and I'm going to get invested. Maybe then I would, come down here as 1,867 other people have done. I would come down here, maybe start reading all the comments from people who have, discussed their opinion and left their comments on this clip, this video. All of these people are really commenting on, for most of them, something that is, well, I don't want to say doesn't affect them, but I mean, there's a certain value to being part of a political conversation. But for me, I don't live in the United States. I don't have. I'm not going to be able to affect the issue of abortion in the United States. So I need to be careful with my time. This kind of video should not take up any of my time. Okay, why don't we scroll on right past it? I'm not going to get my emotions riled up or anything like that. Here we have a post about the whole Bud Light controversy. Now I could get really invested in this controversy. I could go down the rabbit hole, find out, click the post, read the article, check the comments of this post, and find out all about what is happening with Bud Light and the America and what's going on. But why? Why do I need to do that? What value is that going to bring to my life to find out about the Bud Light controversy and whatnot? I'm not from the United States. I'm from the UK. This issue does not affect me. So I'm gonna scroll past this. Here we have a clip of Obama. This poster Sarah is talking about things that Obama has done wrong. To be honest, anything that comes out an official source, like the Obama Foundation, for example, I'm not really going to take this seriously. It's just going to be kind of like marketing for Obama and certain other groups. So I'm not going to watch this. Sorry, Obama, but I don't really trust that you're an honest person based on your past actions. I'm going to scroll far a couple of political posts. I like Tulsi Gabbard. Let's read. That seems to be like a good uplifting post. I don't need to read all the comments really, but it is a nice post and I have no problem with this. Something a bit religious, but it's good positive vibes, let's say. Here we have a meme. Basically, I guess, making fun of millennials or young people. I suppose I am kind of in this generation, right? So I could get angry about this, feel like they're making fun of me, or I could get on the bandwagon and start hating these kind of young people who are maybe communist and who spend a lot on subscriptions and whatnot. Again, I don't care, right? This is not something I have to get invested in. Let's scroll past it. Let's not look at all the comments and get involved in arguments. Let's just move on. I don't know why this guy is dressed in such crazy costumes with a Jesus shirt on. Definitely a good way to draw attention, and he seems to be talking about the Illuminati or devil worship or something. If I'm being honest, yeah, I've heard these conspiracies about devil worshipping in Hollywood. I get it. To be honest, I get the idea. I don't know if it's true or what. Time will tell. I don't need to really learn all the little bits of information about it. Let's move on. Here we have somebody, again, a type of content that you will often see on Twitter. Somebody acting stupid in public. Well, hey, who knew human beings can be dumb? And once again, I don't then have to watch this clip or go into the comments section and leave my own opinion about this clip, about this one man who did something stupid, or get involved about in some kind of race debate because the man who's doing it is black. Again, it's one person doing one stupid thing in public, and these kind of posts are always going to appear again and again on your social media feeds. Not interested, we can then move past it. You may be finding that if you actually pay attention when you're using the For You tab, there's not really that much here that is actually worth your time, is there? Most of these posts are completely worthless, to be honest. And that when you are mindful and you pay attention to what you're doing on social media, you will notice that, you know, most of it is a bunch of nonsense, basically. And you can only notice things like that when you have a mindful state of mind, right? Like I am doing right now. Here we have a clip of the drone strike hitting the Kremlin. I've already heard about this. Somebody talking about escalation of the war. Yeah, perhaps. But again, I don't know. It's just another person's take on the situation. Again, still not interested. Here we have some more crazy people doing crazy things in public. Once again, I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, but they seem to be in Times Square they're drinking Bud Light. Is that what's going on? Yes, they're drinking Bud Light. Again, it's part of the Bud Light controversy. I don't need to be involved in this. I would rather spend my time studying Spanish like I am right now. Or, reading something, right? It's going to help me in my life. Here's something about Jeffrey Epstein. Again, I get it. Jeffrey Epstein, trafficking and whatnot. I understand that story. Whatever. Okay. Once again, we have another post of people doing crazy things in public. I could get involved in the debate. I could go and get angry. If we go and look at some of the comments here. It's about the guy who died, I think, in the US. Once again, all these people leaving their comments, getting involved, giving their opinions. My opinion on a Twitter thread is not going to change any kind of situation. It's not going to have any real effect on the world. So again, I could sit here, I could get angry at this man, black man, right, who is pushing a white woman against a train. Being a white person myself, I could start to sort of, I could go down a real rabbit hole. I could start having kind of racist thoughts by looking at a post like this. I could start, for example, having a stream of consciousness about, black people, and they're always doing this, they're always doing that. But let's remember, this is just an example of one particular black person doing one particular thing at one time. It is not necessarily representative of anything else aside from that, right? It's just one incident. And when you're mindful, you can realize this kind of thing. It's just one incident. The only thing it says is really about this one particular black guy who seems like a bit of an arsehole. It doesn't really say anything else about black people as a whole or about anything further than that. You can't infer more from one clip. On the other hand, if you're not mindful, you may start to go down that rabbit hole. These kind of perhaps racist thoughts may appear, begin to stir in your mind because of seeing a clip like this. But we can't judge an entire race of people based on one clip, okay? And I'm not going to go and get angry and sit in the comments and get angry about things. So guys, I think that's probably long enough. As you can see, I haven't really found very much content that is actually worth my time, you know. I might find a bit more content if I use the following section, to be honest. These are people I have chosen to follow, and I may find I haven't chosen to follow many people, so I may find some more better content here. But anyway, that's it. You know, this is how you should really be using social media. That is, if you do want to be a successful person in life, and you don't want to be somebody who pours, you know, hundreds of hours, thousands probably, thousands of hours down social media and going down rabbit holes and arguing with people in the comments section. Guys, you have one life. You have a certain amount of time. You need to be mindful of how you use it, and that includes on social media. Okay? That's it. That's the end.